Hey everybody, it's Robin Scherzer with Robin Stampin' Hood. Welcome to Maker Monday and welcome to the Hood. Whoa, in 2 days, it's going to be October. What's up with that? All right, there's lots of stuff to go over, lots of fun stuff coming up. So let's do that while we wait for everybody to join us. So some of you already know, some of you have already bought this great kit. We got the word today for sure that this is running low and it's while supplies last. So make sure you grab it while you can. That was the word we heard this afternoon. It's selling like hotcakes. And even though they ordered a lot of people have ordered it. And thank you to everybody that has ordered it. Like I said, I'll have more details on the Facebook group that I'm forming with Sarah Schuler and Angela Waters, two other demonstrators. And we'll be showing you new fun little projects to do every week. So we're going to open ours once a week, starting, the first full week of October. So we'll do it for 12 days and then we'll give you some projects that you can do with each of the little things that you get inside this. Now keep in mind, this is not just for Christmas crafting. This is all year crafting. And if you open your 12 little boxes, you can reuse this for if you have a grandkid or a special kid in your life, and you can refill it with different stuff for the year. So, or, for the Christmas season. So keep that in mind. Again, they are getting very, very close to selling out. So get yours while it's hot. All right, so we got that. Excuse me, all of a sudden I have a little froggy. I still do, guys, have 2 spots left for World Card Making Day. It's not too late. I've prepped for that amount of people, thinking that I would fill those spots. So please, if you have a change of plans or you've been kind of sitting on your hands, you and a friend come, but you got to let me know so I can be prepared for you to be here as well. So I hope to see you. You guys, I'm loving the projects that I've created. Like I've been cutting this week. My studio is a total disaster. I don't know how my In Color Club's going to sit in here tomorrow, but we'll see. Because I've been prepping forever, trying to get everything done. So again, you still have 2 spots left. I would love for you to fill them. Excuse me. And I only have 1 spot left for this Christmas Stamp-A-Stack. So if you're interested in it, I would love for you to come. We're going to use the paper that you can find in the mini catalog, Christmas Tags and More, found on page 15. And you're going to get your own pack, and I'm going to give you direction on how to cut for your cards, and then you take the rest of the pack home. And then I scheduled my November 7th as well, the last Christmas Stamp-A-Stack of the year. But I will throw in a card buffet and I think that's going to be November 1st for individual cards. So if you just need to come and want to make a few Christmas cards, don't need more than one of my Stamp-A-Stacks, then definitely come to that. I'm going to schedule that. I haven't put that out there yet. And also my Make and Take 3 for October is going to change time just a little bit because it falls on Halloween. So instead of from 3 to 6, I'm going to schedule it from 2 to 5 because trick-or-treating starts at 5. So I just wanted to give you a heads up on that. All right, so this week for my Maker Days, we are going to use, I haven't even used this yet, so I'm so excited to show you. We're going to use the Jar of Joy stamp set, and it has a coordinating punch. And I was just playing with it today, and it's so cute, you guys. I am using this paper. I don't know how hard it is to see with the plastic on there, but it's the Modern Christmas 12 by 12 paper, and this is an online exclusive. So we are going to use that on the card today. So let me show you. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm going to grab my little piercing pad because I need that. So this is obviously a jar, and you can fill in these things that are for the jar. You can do ornaments, you can do snowmen, you can do a little, this is actually two-step stamping where you can layer your gingerman on top, your gingerbread man on top of here. So I'm going to show you though the snowman today, and we'll do another one on Thursday. But let me show you real quick. It's so easy. All right, you do need a little foam pad under here because they are photopolymer. So I'm going to, first of all, I'm going to grab the jar part of it, and we're going to just stamp that in Memento Black. You guys are going to love this. It's so stinking cute. All right. And then we are going to fill it in with our, oops, I still need the black here. Let's see, the snowman. Where's my little, here he is. He's so cute, you guys. You'll love him. And there's another stamp set that goes with this jar, and I can't remember what it's called, but there is another non-seasonal, like it's Jar of Love or something. I don't know. I'll have to look it up. So there's the little snowman. Here's my favorite part of this little snowman. So you, like I said, you get all these little accessories with it too. Well, I was looking at I was like, oh, I guess I'll have to color in a scarf. And then I realized, oh, there's a scarf here. Well, the whole scarf, at first when I was looking, I'm like, what the heck is going on here? It fills in his little color here, and it fills in his little scarf. So we're going to grab the real red. I'll show you what I mean. So I'm lining it up with his the little blank space that's on his hat. Oh my gosh, he's so stinking cute. OMG. Is that, look at that. His little hat's filled in perfect with the little scarf. I love it. I giggled when I realized that. I was like, oh my gosh, that's so cute. So then I'm going to take some balmy blue, and I'm going to take, there's little dots that are supposed to be like snowflakes, and I'm going to fill that in the jar. Oh my gosh, so cute. Let's see, can I go around? I don't want to go on his hat or anything. No, I think that's good. I think I'm just going to do that. All right, so I want to show you something else here. Well, first let's do his little nose. So I grabbed my pumpkin pie marker, which, you know, guys, these are going away. So if you like these, this is the perfect application for these now. Is you just take, there's a writing end and there's a brush end. I'm taking the writing end and I'm just coloring in his little pumpkin pie carrot. Cute, right? All right. So we got that. Let's see. Let's set that aside for just 1 second. And then I want to show you the lid. Now, I thought you could keep the lid white, but I wanted the lid to kind of coordinate with his scarf. So we're going to take red, and we're going to take the lid. And I'm just going to stamp it on this piece of scrap. It's probably too big even, but that's okay. I was trying to be mindful of, you know, not having to try to line up the stamp. So for me, this is the easiest thing to do. So punching upside down, I'm just going to feed the lid in there and kind of look at, let's see what's going on here. Like that. Yay. There's the lid. Now, if you don't have mini dimensionals, this is the perfect application for the mini dimensionals, because this piece is so thin and I want to pop it up when I put it on the card. So I'm just gonna, oops, I can't even lay them down right there. All right, so I'm just gonna put 3 dimensionals. My fingernails need to be cut, I think. All right, and then we're gonna do that. If I can lay them down right, then you will not see them like you would for the big dimensionals. Now, if you only have the big dimensionals, just cut them in half and put them, oh my gosh, you guys, this is cray-cray. Okay, let's try that one more time. I cannot get that on straight to save my life. Okay, let's try it one more time. All right, now I think I got it. All right, I'm just gonna set that aside. And then let's grab the punch again. And we're gonna line, you know what though, before we do that, I wanna do some more things to my snowman. So I'm not sure if you guys know this or not, but Wink of Stella, you can color with it as well. So what I'm gonna first do though, is I'm just gonna take my piece of scrap here and just make sure I don't have any color on it from when I was practicing. So I'm just gonna take my Wink of Stella and color in around his little face and his little body, just to give him some sparkle. He just needs a little bit of sparkle, doesn't he? He just looked a little too flat to me. Because, you know, he's glistening in the sun, right? Okay, so look at, isn't that cute? Can you see that? See how it's just a little bit of sparkle. So if you don't have Wink of Stella, you need to get it. All right, so the next thing I'm gonna do is I want some color for the snow. So I used Balmy Blue for the snow coming down. Now I've put a little bit of a re-inker of Balmy Blue in the lid of this. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pick a little of it up, but I don't want to start working with it right away because it'll be too heavy. So I'm just going to start kind of slowly getting some color. Oops, see, I squeezed it. Don't squeeze your Wink of Stella. So I am going to dab that off. Hold on, let me get a little piece of paper to do that, because that is way too much and you will not like what happens if you, I'm just dabbing down and picking up. Okay, try that again. All right, I squeezed a little too much. You're just supposed to give it a little squeeze. I was a little too heavy-handed. So I'm picking up the color. Can you see it kind of shimmering there? We'll see if we can get rid of some of that color. He had a friend that melted right there, we'll say, right? So I'm just, again, I don't want it to be too heavy. And I'll show you what my sample looked like. And you'll see what I mean. Like it was just a little too, see, I just squeezed way too much. There again, I think I probably, when I squeezed it originally, I got a drip going. So you got to be really careful about that. Other than that, Wink of Stella is the bomb. Trust me. I'm going to do that one more time. Just, I'm going up and down on it so it doesn't. But I want a little bit more color, but not too much. I'm just kind of getting a little glare in my own lights here. There we go. All right, before I mess it up anymore, and then you can just kind of wipe it off as you clean it off. And again, I have ruined mine by my squeezing it too hard like that, and that wasn't the first time I did that, so don't be afraid of it. It is a lot of fun to have that. And let's see, can you kind of see how it shimmers like that? And if we wanted to, we could come along and do this as well. Hold on one second. When I get my Wink of Stella cleaned up there. We could come along with the Wink of Stella and just give it a little tap on each dot. Again, to kind of give it a little bit of a shimmer. I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but hitting each dot, not directly on some of them, but it gives it just a little bit more shine. But I like that you can take a little bit of your ink and give it a little glimmer like that as well. All right, hopefully I didn't mess it up too bad. I think that works. I think that works just quite well. And then we're gonna go ahead and punch out. Whoa, take somebody's eye out with that. All right, so there's that. And of course it punched out another lid that you could use at a different time if you wanted to. But I'm gonna go ahead and grab my supplies. Oh my goodness. Like I said, I have so much stuff all over because of the upcoming World Card Making Day. I was working on your guys' PDFs for those that are coming. Let me grab. I need my bone folder because I didn't score it. Okay, so I know this is a little untraditional color happening here, but what I'm going to do is we're going to layer some white on the inside and outside. So did anybody do anything fun this weekend? Oh, I just got that on there. Gosh, I'm just falling apart here. Okay. I know a few of you went to the Fireside in South Oklahoma. We did too. It was a great show. They did such a good job. I said to Edwin, we need to go more often. It's a great little venue for a good value. The live theater is, I've never seen a bad show there, honestly. And even the MC is kind of funny. Okay, so then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this blue piece, and normally I would tell you stamp it first, but what I'm going to stamp on it, if it messes up, doesn't really matter too horribly much, because it's just going to be some of the dots from the snowflake things to give a little bit of, I don't know, what's the word I'm looking for? A little something something on the background so it's not so plain. So I'm just gonna, when I stamp, I'm just gonna do the second generation stamping too. So it doesn't matter if it's full strength or not. I watched a really weird show last night. Do you guys have any good recommendations for a Netflix series? I can never find good ones. So I just wanted to give it that little bit of a, you know, something there. Okay. So then I took from one of our designer series paper, the Fa La 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 La, and this is the paper that I was just talking about, the Modern Christmas. So the one back of it, here's the full sheet of it, says Fa La 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 La, and then on the other side it has this, which not crazy about it. I know it's supposed to be berries and holly, but I really like the Fa La 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 La. And if you wanted to, you could brayer on color over the white. If you wanted to make it red, you could do that too. Maybe we'll do that next week or on Thursday and show you what I mean by that. Okay, so there's that. And then I cut from Stylish Shapes a black circle. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to put our, I'm afraid to set it down because of the Wink of Stella. We're going to put glue on the back of here. And we're going to put him right down at the bottom of the circle. And I just wanted like a color, but I wasn't sure because I had the black going here. I guess I could have changed it to red. But because of the Fa La 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 being black, I wanted to do that with the black. All right, I think I got all the little backs off. And then we're gonna pop on the jar lid. Oh my gosh, you guys, is that not the cutest thing ever seen? Why, yes, yes it is. All right, and then let's lay this down. All right. Okay, and then we're gonna do this. So cute. Like I said, I'll do another different jar and different design for Thursday, but this is so stinking cute. Okay, so we have that. So let's do something on the inside. I was gonna use the new seasonal tags, but I've decided I'm not crazy about how I have to lay it out. So we are just going to, I think, use the other stamp that comes in the jar with the jar, wishing you the sweetest Christmas. You know, because it's a jar of snowmen. So we're gonna do that. And I think we'll do it in red because I think the blue is too light. Sweet, sweet. I guess you could even put the snowman right there. Let's do that, shall we? I'm just doing all kinds of crazy stuff tonight to give the inside just a little something different. Do that. It's right in the corner. Ugh. Okay, we gotta get the scarf though, right? He looks like he's melting in the middle if he doesn't have a scarf on. So let's do his little scarf again. I don't know, I'm just improvising here, peoples. He's a little off there because I was too quick on it, but that's so cute. All right, but we have to do one more thing, right? We gotta embellish it. So have you guys seen these new embellishments? They're called faceted snowflakes. And I thought, oh, these are perfect for that. We can add a few of the clear ones or the diamond looking ones around the jar in our little normal triangle. I suppose I could have tried you could have tried the red ones, but I thought the red would look kind of funny. Let's see what maybe not, because it would have been okay here. Well, how about if I do that? Look at that, I'm just going crazy, people. All right, well, that is it. That is our card for Maker Monday. Jar of Joy is what this is called. Go take a look at it. And like I said, I know there's another stamp set out there. I'll have to look for what it's called that coordinates with this punch and has other things in it. So there you go, you guys. Thanks for stopping by and sticking with me. And remember, I have 2 spots left for World Card Making Day this coming Saturday at 10 o'clock. Lots of stuff going on. You get a goodie bag over $45 worth of product that you get to take home. 8 projects, lunch, door prizes, table gifts. I got it all going on, people. So you will not regret coming. All right. Thank you so much for spending some time with me, and I will see you Thursday. Happy stamping.